Hello, my California stars, my Belters of Back Queens, and my karaoke Kiki Sirens. Welcome to another performative and positively possessed edition of Unholy Encounters. With me, your Inferno hostess, Samara Hex Di'Angelo. Now, tonight's guest, she's not just a queen. She is a one-woman concert, a karaoke titan, certified mic-slaying diva, who's graced the Nightmare Mayhem stage before, and is co-hosting Hellfire viewing party. If you haven't seen it yet, catch that out. But this is one of my very good friends, Miss Keri Oki.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you, Diva?
Girl, I'm singing to the high key, down to the low key, and a bitch stays on key today. I'm ready for the summer, as you can tell.
Yeah, what are you wearing tonight? Can you describe it?
Yeah, so this is like this is a little homage to one of my favorite video games, which is Resident Evil. So I'm trying to serve you
Oh,
a Lady D, if for all my Resident Evil fans,
I know that reference totally.
although I've had a few people say you're giving the hat from Final Destination, which I was like, you know what,
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was
the Final Destination movie is out this weekend,
it's
so
true. So I was
yeah. Well, let's just give it up for before we even get into your legacy.
oh
Let's start with pageant winner, right?
yeah,
Missy 2024, first alternate at Miss Gay Arizona US of A newcomer, a reigning vocal enchantress, a fabulous entertainer honoree 2025. What has that divine journey been through, like drag and performance wise?
honestly, I was to be honest with you, I started drag back in 2016, like 9 years ago. So it was nice to see like my growth through it all.
Mhm.
Like I'm gonna be real to all my friends, to everybody here, is like I did not know how to do makeup whatsoever until COVID. It's like so that is when I started doing my own makeup, and that was when I was like so getting to kind of reevaluate myself in the drag arts. I knew I wanted to push myself because I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a competitive bitch. I love competition. Y'all can always catch karaoke in a local drag competition all the time. Like I've actually traveled to Phoenix for a few competitions myself.
Mhm.
Um, but I kind of consider myself as an accidental pageant queen because I did my first ever I did Miss Gay Arizona in 2023 for the very first time,
Yeah.
more as a way to honor my late Lola. It's like, but which in hindsight I was like, which in hindsight I was like, oh, I'm doing this for all the wrong reasons. So I came back the following year, and the the judges and the hosts were like blown away. I was like, whoa, who is this, the same person? I was like, mhm.
Well, I will say like I have a pageant family, but I never got into it myself because I don't like competitions that much.
It's like and I'm so I don't get it myself. I was like, why do I throw myself into all these competitions? I'm like, it's like I just like every time I'm just like competition. Ooh, I could do that. I
Yes.
I think I just think of the end goal. It's like I could use some money. That's honest. And then
Yeah, but those packages are fucking expensive too.
don't give me.
Yeah.
I was. It's like I thought going to regionals was bad. It's like going to nationals. I was like, ugh.
Mhm.
I can't. I cannot like. I'll be honest though. I couldn't do it without like with my drag mother and my mom's my biological mother, because they helped me with my package completely. We sewed almost every garment together for all three categories, which was probably the toughest thing in the world. And while I know they both love me, they're still saying, "Where's my money?"
I I will tell you it's great to have that like drag family and family support behind you though.
Oh yeah, like with my when so I will say like just to have like not just my drag mother behind me, but like to have my one of my best friends in drag be there with me to as
Hmm.
my makeup artist and then my also my dresser to like you need to chill out. Chill out. It's like I'm over here, I'm trying. What?
Well, there is something so magical about seeing a queen who not only paints the house down, but sings the roof off. How's it felt as we're talking about like family and friends? How's it felt getting that much love, being around all of you?
You know, I have to say, from doing, after doing like, I still kind of get gagged if I'm being quite honest with you. Like I'm one of those girls like that sometimes like that doesn't always expect it. I'm just like, it's like I know a lot of girls in my drag in my like in that says like, yeah, I deserve this, and I'm a,
Yes.
for me, I still gets very surprised.
Hmm.
Like I've in the past, I think like 3 years, I've had like a few brunch shows I've done with a local queen in LA. Her name is Pam Cakes, which
Yeah.
we love Pam. We love Pam, not just spam, but well.
Mm.
It's one of my first ever brunches. We literally met in person, um, in in a small town in off of East LA called Ventura, and she asked me to do her drag brunch, and did not know anybody in the crowd whatsoever.
Hmm.
I sang one of the hardest songs I've ever done, which was Whitney Houston's "I Have Nothing."
Oh,
And when I tell you, after I finished the song, I it was to this day, Pam will talk about it that this like I was the only drag performer to ever get a standing ovation.
yes. That's what we love, those standing ovations right there.
Standing O.
Because I will talk about it with the standing ovation. If we talk about like the fans,
Mhm.
not only do they scream for your performances, they live for your vocals, but they also stand your stage presence. So, do you ever sit back and just gag at how much love you receive from the fans?
Absolutely. I would like I think it's just crazy to me because like there's a part of me that's just like, it feels correct,
Yes.
Times where I'm just like, but most of the, but like other times yeah, I'm still a bit speechless after all this time because it's like, I don't I don't, because I sometimes I'm like, oh man, I like in the back of my head as like for me, I was thinking in the back of my head, I could have done this better. I could,
Hmm.
but here's the thing, it's like I'm my own worst critique, and for almost everybody that I, not just friends like my family, but sometimes even strangers, they're just like, oh my god, like that was amazing, that's probably the best I've ever heard somebody sing. I'm just like, gosh, thank you. I get I get
You got the vocals too.
but I sometimes I'm like, forget that I'm like, I sometimes forget like, oh wait, I'm a human, like my soul leaves my body sometimes when I sing.
I will say, not only do I love like how you sing in drag, but there's also one other queen. I'm trying to think of her name. Drag queen from Brazil.
Mm, I love Greg Queen. Are you kidding me? Greg is one of, when I heard Greg, I was like, oh, love her tone, her soul, like especially when her finale performance when she did Rise Up, I was like, damn, that shocked me. It's like I love Greg so much, and the fact that she has such a successful career as a singing drag artist
And
means,
now she's a host of Drag Race Brazil.
I know. I'm hoping that if I ever if there's if there's another Queen of the Universe, because it got canceled, if they, I hope that I do so well that I get to be a judge on Drag Race Philippines.
Yes. You're just gonna pull Mama Pow's like job from
I'm,
her.
like Mama Bow. Like,
So we have so much to dive into, which means it's time for the part of the show where we turn up the heat, open the velvet bound confessional, and step into the flames of truth. That's right. It's time for Inferno Revelations.
ooh, is it getting hot in here?
Now, before we spiral further into this glamorous descent, let's go back to the moment you were crowned a Fabulous Entertainer Honoree 2025. What did that recognition mean to you, and how does that feel in your soul to be honored like that?
It was probably one of the biggest honors I've gotten. I, to be honest with you, I'm to this day, I still am like, oh my God, did I just get this award? I, it was probably one of the biggest surprises I've ever gotten since
Hmm.
doing drag because, like, not just did I think that I didn't think I was going to be getting an award from just like the folk that made this event. I got awards from like council members, from assemblymen. I even got one from Todd Gloria, which is the mayor of San Diego. So that's
Ooh.
such a surprise to me. Like, it's like because this award was like nominated like the from those here in San Diego, and
Hmm.
I was very like, it's like if I'm being honest with you, I was like, I'm gonna nominate myself. But it was like one nomination was one thing, but I heard like through the grapevine, I found out that was like maybe like I found out that there was like maybe 20 plus nominations, so that was kind of a gag for me.
Yes. It's like good that like the community is like being there and recognize you're not only an entertainer, but you show out everything that you do. That's
It
why I'm glad when I've like started like having you a night in Mayhem, I'm like, I have to have Keri at like and keep fucking her. Yeah.
I was just honored that I was so honored when you even asked me in the first place. I was like, oh my gosh, it's like I was it's like and even my good friend KL Chaos told me about your shows, and I was like, I need to follow this show because this looks sickening.
I love you and KO, and I will say that considering you guys were on the first like point of where Nightmare Mayhem was in the first quarter. And now we're here, and I'm like looking back at myself, and I'm like, we're almost coming up to a year in August, and I'm like, there's so much like recognition, there's so much love, there's so many like fans, performers that want to keep coming back, want to perform with us.
And I appreciate you because you help us get our names out to those who might not know us. Like, I know like I've had a lot of people uh from from other states like that just follow us now because they're like, oh my God, this performer is amazing. And
Yes.
if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't. If it wasn't for you, that's I wouldn't have had this opportunity to put my talents out. So I'm just super thankful for you.
And I will say that I will always continue, and I love you, and I will always continue to give you that opportunity.
Going to make me blush. Oh my God.
Well, let's talk about dueling divas. Okay, so did you snatch the win, and what was that competition like?
You know what? I didn't. I for me it was not the win that I wanted to get.
Mhm.
A $1,500 richer, but we don't talk about that. For me, the win was that I got to was that again I got to perform again. For me, that's like for me getting to perform in front of a crowd. That's like for me that's a win. It's like
Yeah.
like that's one of the biggest opportunity for me. If I can just sing my heart out to those, like um, that's a win for me. The host,
Mhm.
her name is Miriam T, has known me since I think like 2019, 2018, and they literally said on the microphones like this was my favorite night because there was just so much talent. So
Mm.
like, I'm not sure if it was because it was their actual favorite night or it was because it was the last night of the competition, but 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 you know what? But I will say I was so happy to do the competition, and while I did not snatch the win, the my fellow competitor that was up against me took the win, Cassius Azrael Falur. So I was like, you know what? It's like first off, we need to support our drag king performers. That's the first thing. So I was like, was I a little? I wouldn't say I was bitter. I was a little sad that I lost.
Hmm.
However, I was happy that the opportunity got to go to somebody who who sh- I know could smash it out of the park and possibly take this whole competition, and they did, and I was so happy for them, and they're doing so amazing with their career now. So I'm so happy and proud for them.
You know what is funny? We had when you were going on Dueling Diva and I saw that post, we were literally getting ready for our own down here, which was a lip sync competition. I was like, was that the same thing?
It was similar, like, and I
Yeah.
found girl, okay, so I found out there's like other similar competitions that are like that, and it's like, and some girl like, cause like, in Texas they do the same thing. It's also called Dueling Divas. I was like, what the hell is going on this day? So so I'm over here like I'm gonna do every Dueling Divas in every. I'll be flying out to Florida soon. So
Well, if you ever go, they just finished season 4, but if you want to do season 5,
I'll be like, let me get my little Bluetooth. Hello.
see how Dueling Divas works down here. They take it like every other week basis.
Mm,
So it was, I think there was like 16 girls put like lip syncing down here.
oh, goodness, that's a lot of girls. I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh my God, there's a lot of talent up in here.
Yeah, and you know, with or like Florida especially, you've seen drag if you haven't seen Drag Race, but if you haven't been to Orlando, or Florida queens have fucking talent.
You,
Like these stunt splits and all this shit, and I'm like, I can do a death drop, I can do a knee split, but I can't do any of that shit.
I'm over here. I just do a squat and everybody screams for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, huh? And I'm like, whoa. It's like, oh God. And
You know what somebody did tell me yesterday though that I loved? They said compared to me and my sister, my drag sister Kalia,
mm,
I have the lip syncing out like I'm the best like lip syncer, but when it comes to like they call me a lip sync assassin, but when it comes to like stunts, I can't do ka all
mm.
that shit. But I can show a performance.
Let me say this. It was like if you it's like you know what, like because it's like you could do all the dips, splits, and kicks, and it's like and throw your body all across the ground. We love that, you know. But if you don't know every word in that song, then mm-mm, no, that's just me, you know. Like, and it's like no, and that is what, and you know what, and that's why some like I always say if you cannot serve the essence of the song besides throwing your body all over the ground, and this is no shade to anybody who does
Yes.
it, because you know what, it's like if because you know truthfully I'm over here. I wish I could do a cartwheel. I can't even. I could barely do a tumble on the ground. It's like that's me, basic. But if you cannot embody the essence of the song, honey, it's like you don't deserve my dollar. No
I
shade.
mean, I mean, in it for me, and that's why I love like when I get to see your performances as well, because I look at my performances as well. On top of that, I keep getting everyone cheering for me, and I'm like, I haven't got that was like I didn't used to get that.
But it's like, and that's why. But I love just seeing your performances. That's the thing, though, and you embody the songs too. And love about it.
Well, thank you, Keri. So be honest with me. What was going on behind the eyes during the challenges, like the nerves? Like, what made you like get into like this, like dueling divas? Like, what was it challenging? Was it easy though?
I think it was a bit of a challenge for me to like. I just saw it on a whim. I was like, yeah, let me give it a try again. Like because I've done that competition 3 years. I took a break in 2024,
Hmm.
and it's like it's more like for me. I was like when I did the show, I was anxious. I was nervous.
Yeah.
I was like I guess coming back from, a pageant, I was like, I'm not sure like how I would compare myself to the other performers.
Hmm.
So I guess I was very nervous coming back to San Diego like after this pageant because I feel like because I don't for me, I don't ever think I'm better than anybody else. It's
Yeah.
like because like somebody could some of us girls can do pageants and do amazing in it, and there's
Hmm.
I will do great in ninth competitions. And, it's like, I always say that comparison is the thief of joy. And
Yes.
um, but I think that was just running through the mill of my head because I was like, it's like, I haven't done really any shows in San Diego for a fat minute. So I feel like a little like, I felt like a little like, oh God, it's like it's like especially for Miriam because Miriam has not seen me in Dragon for
Yeah.
in a couple years, so I was nervous and stressed. So, but when she literally came up to me, I was like, she's like, "Who did your makeup?" She says, "I did," and she says like, "It, you look good." And it's like, so to this day, I'm like, so I think for me, at the end of the day, it was like at the end of the day, while I did not you know like I said, while I did not win, I think the biggest win for me was receiving a lot of validation from the San Diego scene.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm not a queen that thinks that I'm better than anybody else because, I sing. Not everybody sings, but like some are amazing lip syncers, like and some like and some have amazing concepts. I think, and that's what I love about drag is just that everybody has does what they do with drag
Yeah.
amazing, and that's what I love about my friends drag. I love especially in the San Diego scene.
It's great. That's why I love drag and seeing the form like seeing everyone like perform because I'm just like not everyone does the same thing.
Hmm. And that's kind of what I like. I know so many girls who are like who love like, and I like to be, dare I say, a little well-rounded in between. Like I love being like, I just love singing. Sometimes I like to do fierce. Sometimes I like to just be just silly and campy and just lip sync something ridiculous.
Hmm.
And that's something that I love. Like it's like I have like for example, I have some amazing sisters here in San Diego like Nikki Hex, who is a fabulous alternative queen
I
who
booked them before too, and
yeah,
I will say I love Nikki's performances, and she literally gives me my Samara like aesthetic right there.
right. Okay, so Nikki is like one of my favorite performers in San Diego at this time currently right now, because I love like they take their time too. Something
Mhm.
about them. They actually did one of my favorite songs, which is "Familiar Taste of Poison" by Hailstorm, and I was screaming and hollering. I was like, I haven't heard this song. I was like, oh my god, I'm in high school again. I was so, but like, and then seeing like, and that's what I love about everybody, like seeing these different performances because you hear like seeing Nikki do Nikki, and then my good sister who I started with drag in New York. Her name is Opal. Opal. She's a Muppet Queen. She's just like she will literally do the. She'll I can't remember the name of the songs, but it's like but she just does not give a she just like she does timber and she literally just goes falls on her face on
Whoa.
you are stupid for that and I love that. I to this day I still have a clip of that where she just goes like, "It's going down." I was
Yeah, I like that.
I was like, "You are so dumb for that." I love you.
Well, your looks are always theatrical, powerful, and completely lived in. What's your process when it comes to creating that fantasy?
So I would say a lot of my looks are inspired by singers from past generations and a lot of like some of like older time periods, if I dare say
Yeah.
it.
So like 1920s, vintage, stuff like that.
Yeah, like recently, I've been kind of entering more of like my like I did more like I've been doing a lot more. I've been doing a little bit more like postmodern jukebox recently,
Ooh.
which is one of my favorite artists. But a lot of my outfits are were inspired by are like any like music like characters that is like sing or have like some kind of tie-in with my culture. Uh,
Mhm.
one of my for example one of my favorite outfits that I wear to this day is this. I wear this beautiful like yellow gown with like draping. Has a little bit of tie-in with my heritage, but it's inspired by one of my favorite activists and artists from Miss Grace Jones. We love it.
Nice.
Um, every
I think I saw it. That's the promo outfit.
Yes, it's like that is like that is like my outfit right there. It's the only difference between hers and mine is well, I think she was like a size 8 or size 10. I'm over here at a size like 22, but but
Mhm.
she her outfit was purple and mine is yellow. Which and to this day is one of my favorite outfits, and all my friends will literally say, "Stop wearing that outfit." I'm like, "You're too much." I'm like, "I know, but it's my favorite." I'm just wear something else. It's like, you got money for a new outfit?
That part. Because
Like,
drag, spooky fans, I'm sure Keri can tell you, and I will tell you this. Drag is fucking expensive.
don't get me started, girl.
Yeah.
When
But
I spent some coin on some outfits in my heydays. It's like
yes.
first expensive outfit, and I didn't think it was expensive at the time. Mm, mm-mm. Like I was still a torrid girl when I first started drag, let me tell you.
Mhm.
And I got my first little expensive outfit, and I was like, oh my God, this is expensive.
Mhm.
And that's when my purge for buying began.
Yes. Well, let's get personal for a moment because we have to start getting into your music. Had Are we ever gonna get a Keri album?
Oh, girl, I haven't thought about a karaoke album in a minute. I crazy thing, I actually used to write music when I was younger. When
Yeah,
uh,
we're gonna get into that a little later
oh
too.
oh I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Honestly, I would love to. I would love to make an album. I would It's like if I could make an album, like I would love to I would love to write music and have an album, of course. I would be very inspired to actually because one of the queens that inspired me to actually get back into music was originally a San Diego queen. Her name is Flamey Grant, and she's one of the she's such a beautiful she like writes her own music. She's a lyricist, and I'm like so inspired to hear her sing all the time. So like especially like how where her career is now.
Yeah,
So I would love to start another album, to write my own album and see where it could go from there.
I would love to see it. You know, I will listen to it on repeat.
So all the like I'll put one club bop for all the gays.
Yeah. So let's get personal for a moment. What's it like been sharing your drag journey with your parents? Do they support you, or what's that like?
At first, they were not for it whatsoever. It was it was it was a hard transition because I grew up in a small town, so they were not
Mhm.
for it. Um, I and they love I mean they loved me, but it was just such a hard transition. Like I've thought it was like this close before they were like, yeah, I thought I truthfully thought they were going to be like done. Yeah, I thought it was,
Yes.
uh
I will say it does take time because my parents did used to be the same way, and now they're like, well, as long as you're making money for it, that's all we care about. And as long as you're having fun.
are you making money from it? How are you doing with it? But I will say that my stepmom and my mom have been coming out to a lot of my shows. My stepmom, who still lives in New York, actually came out to my national pageant in Texas, and that woman is scared of planes. So she made that sacrifice for me. So the fact that she can conquer her fear to get on a plane just to come
Mhm.
do a pageant in Texas meant the whole world.
Yes. Well, it is time for that question. You know I'm gonna ask this question because we were just talking about it. Question on every gay's lips and every producer's clipboard. Are you ever gonna try to audition for Drag Race?
Ooh. Would I ever do Drag Race? I mean, you know what? I'm down, honestly. I think I would do, if I did Drag Race, if I did Drag Race, it's like, I would do it not like, I would do Drag Race to I would definitely do Drag Race just to say that, like, so I could not just like, hopefully not with hopefully to for the chance to win, but to inspire of my of the young LGBTQI
Yes.
um, to just to be authentic with themselves, because um, because and I will say that if I said, am I ready right now? I would say I think I'm boiling to it. If that, like I would but like if because I always want because I definitely want to inspire those who came before me and those who come after me to know that no matter what's going on in your life, that you have someone special that you can always have a shoulder to lean on.
Mhm.
My though I th- like yes, I mean, I know I'm saying this as a lot of gays. I was like, sure, I would love to increase my booking rate, absolutely.
Yes.
We but I would love to travel the world, but but I don't but I think the big thing for me is that inspiring all these young LGBT that come after me to know that, because those who became before us have paved have paved the way for
Yeah.
us. We're installing the installation. So I want so at this time, so that I want those who come after us to know that that you have a safe way.
And I feel like that's what we should all be doing as like drag artists too, is kind of leading the LGBT world as more because they look to us as the powerhouse speakers.
Exactly. I've had so many it's like I've had so many young LGBT come to me because I one of my favorite shows I do is I do a lot of prom events.
Hmm.
And I've actually had one, this one sits in my mind for still to this day. I had a young LGBT, about, was like 16 or 17. They were super shy and and one, we were just talking and they were just like, so like, I don't think I'll make friends outside of high school and all that. And then I said, like, you never know. And it's like, so I introduced to some of the kids, and they just became friends like that. And I actually pulled them on stage with me. So,
Oh,
and they I just remember how happy and excited she was. And for me, like, it's like it doesn't matter if the kids didn't, if the kids definitely enjoyed the show, but I felt like that night I changed that that young that youngins God, I sound old. They that young LGBTs um mind about things, and it's like, and hopefully that they and I hope that they inspired to be whatever they aspired to be.
that's what we definitely need in this community. I can tell you that now.
I agree. Let's hope. I'm hoping for bigger and better things.
Yes. So, Carrie, you gagged us with the vocals, the presence, and category is show cold couture every time you hit the stage. When you're building those performances, when you're dreaming up the drama, the silhouette, the movement, what's going on through that brilliant little drag brain of yours? What's the karaoke ritual before performing?
What's it? It's like, obviously I do all the vocal warm ups. I go, like, I do my lip trills. I go like everybody's looking at me as like, I have a good sister. It's like, you look like a damn horse. I'm just like, you. It's like, go. I literally had her. She actually almost fed me a carrot because I kept doing it, and I was like, "You are shady."
Yeah, I think All Stars 10 when they did on Untucked, Coleman Domingo came in and he was like, "Now, what I want you guys to do is vocal warm-ups."
Doing the lip, like,
And Dave's
y'all.
just like, "I can't do that."
It's like, it's such a weird feeling, and it makes your lips tingle, and I'm just like, oh, this is weird. And I'm like, but like, and it's like that is not, but literally that it helps me like with my pronunciation and
Yeah.
like and then but honestly, like, I do, like, I love with my outfits and all the time. I like to make sure, like, there's some outfits I want to make sure, like, okay, can I lip sync, or can I live sing in this? I like to have that duality to make sure that I can do either or with that outfit.
You're just like me. Like I look at my outfits and I'm like, people are like, you don't always need a new outfit to wear, and I'm like, well, but like,
Fun.
yeah,
That's the thing. I want it. It's like, I don't care what y'all say. It's like, you don't need it. It's, yeah, but I want it. It's like, yeah, but it's like, no, 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 no. It's like I might not need it, but my closet is saying yes.
yes. There's outfits in there that I'm like, I look at the closet sometimes and I'm like, I haven't worn that outfit in 3 months.
Honestly, I need to pull out some of my old stuff because it's been a minute.
Yeah. Okay. So it's time for a little game I like to call karaoke the look, where I'm gonna show you 10 of your past looks and you're gonna give us the tea, what was the fantasy, the inspiration, the chaos behind the curtain, maybe a little backstage secret no one else knows about.
I love a secret or two. Let me see what
You ready?
I'm ready.
So let's start off with this one.
Oh my God. Okay, so this was 2 years ago. And honestly, this was at a Christmas show. And this was at a Christmas show at a local bar called The Rail. I was out and about, and I was actually on my way to Riches to go see Fantasia Royale Gaga. Um,
Hmm.
and So okay, this look was so I don't know why I decided to combine these two together with the purple hat and the green leotard, but they were actually both pieces that I used for a drag competition called F My Drag. Uh,
F my drag, is that what it's called?
yeah, it was dead ass called F My Drag. And groundbreaking breaking enough. It's like I was singing my little heart out with this little cute look here. And then I don't know. I was like, okay, what's Christmas in my closet? I don't have any reds or greens. Oh God, this was. Uh, I look back at this and oh my God, karaoke! What did you do? That was the most honestly, if you don't nobody would get up close, but that is the most rushed makeup I've ever done in all in the dress. I did that in maybe an hour,
Mhm.
and honestly, I was like, ugh, ugh. Compared to this face that we have now, which well, still rushed, but we don't talk about her. But okay, but this is memories right here. So honestly, she was a look. She was a look. She gave. She it was something else. I'm sorry. I cannot but help but not laugh at this one.
So this one, like what, like we're gonna say a boot for this one.
Yeah, she was the chop.
Yeah.
We don't
Well,
talk about her.
let's go to this one.
Oh, okay. So same competition. This was given back to me by one of my sisters. For this was literally when we were doing the eliminated walk in
Mhm.
to reintroduce ourselves one more time. And I didn't have anything really, and I was like, this would be pretty, and I wore it, and I got this. I was trying to give you like regal, very more like, I guess you could say very like Hollywood, very vibes from this.
Yeah.
Um, and we were and crazy enough, almost all of us wore red, and I was just like, and we didn't. This was not even discussed. We all wore red almost all of us wore red for to come back on stage, and actually. I after this photo, I won Miss Congeniality for F My Drag.
Well,
Like
look at you being Miss Congeniality of F my drag.
it's a consistent, Miss.
Yes.
I love this look. This was honestly, this was a serve for me. I would give this one a two.
This one is a two.
It was a two. Just don't close up on the shoes.
What that one?
Okay. Cute. Okay, cute little story about her. So the blue leotard, still one of my favorites. I have in my closet to this day. It has like little slits for the sleeves here. Honestly, I love it to this day, but the wings that were there, so the story behind this was that the wings were actually little confetti bombs that
Yeah.
you streamers, and that's what and I was trying to sling it like that, but it came out like, but somebody took a fixture where I actually made it look like wings, and I was like, ironically, I was doing wings by Little Mix too, that was not planned, but okay. So honestly, this was for me like, honestly, I mean, I know a lot of a lot of San Diego is like, what is that? What is that pussycat wig doing on your head? Right, karaoke. And I have no idea what you're talking about. That is my hair. And I've had so many girls told me, it's like, you look like Ellen DeGeneres. It's like, I was, I was like, baby, I am not Ellen DeGeneres. I'm Ellen Not So Generous. Honestly though, this was probably This was such a serve, even though it's just a bodysuit. But we love our bodysuit moments. This
Yes.
for me.
What about this one?
Oh, girl, this is okay. Okay, so before I get into this look, I want to give a shout out to the designer, Mr. Braun Bermudez. Unfortunately, he just had an accident,
Oh, I'm sorry.
so before I just wanted to give it for to all my friends that know Mr. Braun, please give him some love. He is one creative designer. This look was actually I actually this was actually the most expensive outfit that I ever bought in my life.
Hmm.
This was inspired by my late grandmother, because we're both Filipino. I wanted an outfit that was inspired by two things, which was a Filipino dessert called ube, um, and then one of my favorite songs in the world, which is Prince's Purple Rain. It doesn't show it, but that there was like little jewels that were dripping down from it. This was probably one of my favorite looks for the longest time. I loved this look wholeheartedly. It's one. It was. She was a. I was a vision in purple. I felt. Some people said you look like Ursula, but I was like, bitch, no, that's my. That is that. I was giving you purple people eater. But
Hmm.
honestly, this was a two for me. I actually missed this look.
You don't have it anymore?
No, girl, don't.
Oh.
I miss it. Oh God, I miss it so much. But it was a bitch to wear sometimes. It's like, but drag is pain sometimes.
Well, maybe someone someday, one day, like someone can recreate it.
This is true. I'm crossing my fingers for that. I want to make it down.
What about this one?
Okay, this was for Miss Gay Arizona USA newcomer 2024. Um, I am going to be honest with you. It's like this was made by my good friend Annabelle Valentinos from San Diego.
Hmm.
She literally did this for me because the category for presentation was cowgirl realness, and honestly this was a serve because it was because not only did my drag mother do my makeup for this one because I was like I was shaking and nervous. I was like
Hmm.
I was nervous. I was scared. And Annabelle actually made this look in like 2 days for me.
Cool.
Less than that, I was crying because I was like, I don't have anything for this. Um, I don't really talk about this, but I'm gonna keep her nameless because it's like there's a whole story with how my drag mother became my drag mother.
Hmm.
My dresser that was supposed to go with me actually dropped out on me 3 days before the pageant.
Damn.
So I was bawling my eyes out, and I was, and I, and then my drag mother literally says like, I don't have anything going on. Do you want me to go with you? And it's like this was before she became my drag mother.
Hmm.
I was crying. I was like, snot was going down my face because I was like a mess. I was like, I
Hmm.
was, it was so bad. Um, and then she was the reason, and because play, she says like, I want you to be my daughter, and that so while um that being said, this was to this day, this is one of my favorite photos that I have in drag of me. She actually even teased the hair for me. This for me was definitely a serve or a two.
I do love this look, so I say it to you as well.
This was this was I and I didn't even like the category of cowgirl realness. I was like, but to this day, that the way that I don't know what it was, but I think the way that I just looked in it, I was like, damn, I look good.
What about this one?
Okay, so that was actually so the gown itself was made by my was actually sewed together by my drag mother as well. That I call that, it's like my mother, my biological mother made the actually bought the fabric for me for when I went to nationals, and then she sewed it. We have a an event. I believe it's all around where we have it's a red dress party, which is like which is like a where everybody that goes to it, like no matter if they're straight, bi, gay, whatever your sexual orientation or your gender is, we all wear red dresses for a party called Red Dress Party.
Hmm.
Um, I felt like I was giving the fairy godmother from Shrek 2,
I could see that.
like full down house tea. Um, Honestly, this party was like 4 hours long, and I knew that was going to come, and I was feeling very lazy that day, and a lot of girls were like ouch, ouch, ouch. I the dress was long enough for me to wear sneakers. Listen, I am a committed queen, but I will. But if I can have a moment of laziness for one moment, I will find a way.
Mhm.
This was actually like maybe like a couple weeks of me actually. I literally started shaving my eyebrows off, and this was the weirdest experience because I'm so used to putting it like halfway up my forehead. So that's why one of my brows is literally on my forehead, and where I'm just like, where I look like that teacher that says like, I just caught what you did, but I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you figure it out that I know. Uh, but but honestly, I love this look. It's one of my favorites. It's all my favorites. I mean, I think I matched the red carpet. So honestly, this is definitely a toot for me.
You need this one.
Oh. Okay, so um, this was for Phoenix Pride last year. Uh,
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Uh, the,
I'm
the
guessing this is the one you don't like either.
I'm making, I'm like,
Yeah.
I let hey, that's what I felt like I was making during. Okay, so let me say this. The cheetah catsuit is like I'm not gonna say it's custom or none of that shit. It's from Fashion Nova. I'm gonna be real with everybody. It was a Fashion Nova catsuit. Um it is one of my it is literally one of my outfits. I would say it's one of my old faithfuls when I need to do a lip sync for it.
Yeah.
Brown hair. The hair was made by my ex drag daughter. We don't talk about that, so um, but she did. But honestly, honestly that was the first time I've worn brown hair ever. Actually, I've always been like I either wear blonde or black, but never in between.
Mhm.
This was definitely a change for me, and honestly I felt beautiful in the hair, but honestly I'm like it's I honestly I know a lot of queens that wear this catsuit a lot better than I did that day, so that's gonna be a boot for me, honestly.
Love this one.
Okay, so okay, the hair is probably my favorite thing in the world. That was made by my good sister, Miss Chichi Fuera. Um, and before anybody else clocks me, yes, the gown is also from Fashion Nova. But here's the difference. You can't tell me I didn't. Here's the difference. I felt like Martha Jo Huvier from The Grinch, uh,
Mhm.
about to shoot, about to shoot lights on the freaking Christmas tree or her house, like about go like.
Yeah.
So honestly, I felt like For me, that was I've had a lot of people come up to me. This was on how beautiful I looked that day. So this was like literally around Christmas time. So I felt that this was such a serve for me.
Hmm.
That is like one of that. Honestly, that is probably one of my favorite photos in drag. Even though I look like I'm pissed off, but but honestly, this was one of my favorites. I would definitely toot this.
Well, I have the yellow one coming up that we were just talking about.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this look was actually originally supposed to be used for dueling divas. But I was not expecting um to be get chosen to do to be picked for this, and I was like, I need something to wear. And I was like, I know I promised I would save this for me, but when I saw myself in it, and um I was beyond impressed. I was gagged. I was like, I felt so beautiful in that.
Hmm.
To this day, this is like my favorite makeup I've ever done, because I had so many people come to me like like even was gagged. I was like, you look gorgeous in this, and I was like, thank you. It's like the I know a lot of people have read me about like my short hair, but this is a sculpted pussycat wig. And to be honest with you, that pussycat wig is such a serve. I wear that wig literally almost every gig I do. That is like my favorite hair I wear.
Hmm.
That is, mm, mm, God, I don't like out of all the twos, that's like the high two. That's the high two. That's like, oh, I love that look so much. Excuse me.
Bless you.
And that was literally what I wore for like to be honored for one of the best for being a fabulous entertainer in San Diego. So that for me, that's a high two.
The last one we have on the table. I remember this promo look as well.
I love this purple look so much. That's actually what went over the purple corset. Um, the purple corset look is this was like the Ube inspiration. I felt like I gave a lot of people were like, what are you giving me? And I says, I'm giving you like Ube, Marie Antoinette, like Filipino, like um this was like this was really one of my favorite pieces, having like floral appliques, having right little jewelries dripping down from it. Yeah, this is honestly, I felt like this was definitely up there. This was one I use this promo so much.
It's a good photo.
This was one of my favorites. And my like okay, so a little back story on this. I was rushing this makeup because I got out of work at 4:30. I had to go pick up my other friend who lived like 30 minutes away. I was literally driving like just like driving like and I was like trying to multitask, do my makeup all at once. So I was a mess that day. So the fact that the photos came out that well, I was shocked.
Well, out of all these looks, which one is your absolute number one favorite?
Honestly, the yellow. That's gonna be it. Like the yellow is just like the yellow look
So
was
back to this one.
yeah, that's I can't I'm sorry. Like I mean, you go back to the look, the purple coat look, and then to the yellow look. The first
Between these two.
Yeah, like honestly, it's like the yellow look is like my favorite because like you can see the progression in makeup. I'm like to go from the purple look that was literally last year to this look, to see the difference in makeup. I feel like I was like, damn, I've never felt more beautiful than I'd have in that yellow look.
Well, I bet because you've been doing drag for like 9 years, so you look back at yourself and you're like, "What did I used to do back then?"
Yeah,
Eh?
I got Jesus.
Yeah.
What happened? Like, what did I do? Like, I get confused. I was like, what the hell was I doing 9 years ago?
Well, Keri, I need you to grab my hand,
Grabbing your hand.
take a breath, and follow me through the underworld portals as we travel back in time.
Whoa! Hi, mom.
We're here. And look, there's little Keri, a twinkle in her eye, a strut in her step, serving many cunt on the sidewalk. What was that? What was behind that little decision over there? What were you like as a kid?
Honestly, I was such a little. I was like a little like. I was just like. I just always wanted to be the center of attention with
Mhm.
anything. I was like, I did so many like little things just to like. I wanted to be like the center of attention all the time. Um, God, thinking about thinking about it just hits home sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
little Carrie was just like she was just like she just didn't honestly they just didn't give a rat's ass about things. Honestly, they just like they were just they were just like a little goofball and just did not give like just was like the world could be burning and I says that and I could be like, oh my god, let's go have a water gun fight or something like that.
Mhm. Mhm.
uh, and I sometimes I'm just like, damn, little Carrie is like everything like a lot of I was mm, man, sorry. Like
No, you're good.
I
I understand. It like hits home for a bit.
like damn, that just hit home for me a little bit. So I was like, oh god.
Well, let's talk about your home. Your hometown is in Middleburg, New York,
Yes.
but you're out here thriving and on the scene of the glitz and glam of San Diego, California. What made you make that decision?
So so originally I'm was born in Temecula, which was a city outside of San Diego. So I was and then I my parents moved us to New York
Yeah.
for better education when I was like maybe like 8 or 9 years old.
Mhm.
Um, the the whole reason I moved was because like I was 21, 22 years old when I moved out here. My my grandmother was out here, my cousin was out here, my like um and I thought about it, it might be more some better opportunities out there.
Mhm.
Excuse me. In San Diego than it would be here in New York because I was um so going out to New York, I going out from New York to San Diego, while there was a huge culture change. The hugest change I think I went through was that was going outside in the middle of winter to use the hot tub. And people are like, "You're crazy. It's 60 degrees." I'm like, "That's warm." It's like I was crazy for that, but honestly, like I just look back on that decision. I was just fresh out of college with 2 associates, um, and I just wanted to take a chance. I thought I was going to use my degree,
Yeah.
but I found the love for drag a lot heavier for me.
Mhm.
And that's when I knew I need to do what makes me happy. And I found drag here in San Diego, and I never looked back.
You want to do what gives you the joy for your career and your life.
Exactly. I was like, do I want to do this or do I want to do this? And I was such like a throw up a thing, like a toss up of things, and I was like, oh man, and and then here I like. Trust me, there was times where I was like, I wanted to be like, yeah, I'm good with drag. Let me just focus on work. But then there was something always just dragging me back in.
Well, you went to Middleburg Central High, a small town school, big dreams. What was that experience like for you growing up?
God, I think about this sometimes. I think it was hard because I was one of the, believe it or not, I would like, well, I lived in a small country town. I was the maybe one out of two classmates that were colored.
Mm.
So I got picked on a lot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but but that was probably my biggest things. Like people wanted to pick on me, but but I was like a little like trampoline. It just bounced back off, like,
Yeah.
I just didn't give a fuck. And that was like, I was like, but you can think of it because, kids are cruel, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
um, they didn't know what Filipino was, so they thought I was Spanish, so they called me Diego. So it was pretty rough. They called me Pedro, they called me Diego, they called me all these words, but I never let me stop me. And
You keep you keep fighting through it.
yeah, I was like, I'm just like, I don't care. I'm gonna just do me. Like, and I guess people were like either like were super like thrown off by it, and I was just like, my big I always said like um living my this life's excellent is could be somebody else's mediocre. So like for me, I was like, I want to live my best life, and if they feel like make me miserable all the time, it's like that's their mediocre. So I just kept living my life. I never really stopped trying or caring. I think that said, I do think it was hard because it wasn't just the kids. Sometimes I think it was hard because sometimes like I've like while I had great teachers, sometimes I felt like they were trying to do anything to protect me. There were some times where it kind of felt like it didn't always work, and it just put me in a more negative spot. I actually had they called it a golden rule for me.
Mhm.
I was not allowed to sing anywhere in school unless if it was choir or musicals. So, because I got heavily picked on and bullied for that.
Yeah.
So, that was the hardest thing for me, that I had to be put on that golden rule for me, because I was like, I'm going to still do me. And if somebody else has an issue with it, and I always get in trouble, and I basically got written up for it a few times actually, just for singing.
Damn.
So I think that was the hardest thing. And now, like, where people made fun of me because of my singing, I'm known as maybe one of the top, like a really great singer in the San Diego area.
So back to high school.
Yeah. So, while all those challenges did happen to me, my favorite quote I've ever heard, and it came at the right time in my point of life, was that attitude will affect your altitude. And those were words I always lived by since I was a young kid. I was like, I think I heard that quote when I was like 16 years old, and it was like at that point where I was very close to giving up at times. Like I almost gave up, but then I heard that quote and I was like, and that's probably like that's probably one of my slogans with my drag. I was like, your attitude will affect your altitude. If you have a terrible attitude, then you're gonna stay at base level. If you have a great attitude, then your altitude will go high.
Well, let's talk about the moment of Shirt and transformation. What was the coming out experience like, and how did it shape you as a performer and a person today?
Coming out was like coming out it's like for me it's like everybody says they came out of the closet. For me, I came out of the refrigerator, but that was another story. But I was right next to the relish and the ketchup, but you know, sorry,
I just came out the refrigerator. Yeah.
I was a big bitch. I had to be a double decker, you know. um,
No, you're good.
but it's like I think it was I think I was a slow comer out. I was a late comer out. I came out a little later in life. I first came out as bisexual. My last day of my college of my high school career, with my which was my last day of in high school. So I was smart for that, like. But then I came out. I think I came out like maybe a couple months after as fully gay. Um, first year of college because and I don't know where he is, but I just remember seeing this Ukrainian this little twink, and I was like I had never been so attracted to somebody.
Mhm.
And I always wanted to, and he was super cute, and I was like, oh my god, he's got like. So I was like, damn, I think I'm gay.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
like,
did you ever try to talk to him?
I did. Oh, honey, I tried so many times, and I was like, let's just say it was like, I was a little. I'm gonna be real with you. I was a really clingy bitch when I was younger. I was like, I like you. I was a lot, and I'm just like, sip. That's like now I just try to be like, hey, what's going on? Like, sup, very that,
Mhm. Very chill and laid back.
Yeah, it just surprises me how much I've changed over the since I was like 19 and 18, and now I'm like 29, so like I'm just very chill.
So you studied culinary arts at SUNY. I'm going to mess up this name as I was doing my research.
You're good.
Scanetti?
You're close. You're on the right track. Schenectady.
There.
Yeah.
So not only do you serve Vogel and Glams, you also serve actual plates. Was
I,
food your first love before drag, like cooking was?
I mean, let's be real. I love food. Like
Mhm.
food, you know what I'm saying? It's like but I got into culinary when I was like 16 years old. And I was known for being a bit of an experimentalist. I like to call myself the mad scientist of pastries because I was
Mhm.
making a different flavor when it came to desserts. Because I was one of those people that wanted to make the next big flavor, like I mean right now it's Dubai chocolate right now, but like 10 years ago I was just like trying every possible combination that somebody would like, so I loved cooking and culinary, and it was I think it definitely helped me, like, as like I've always been a very artistic person, so I liked painting. I loved I mean now makeup, but I loved cooking. I wanted to be a food photographer for the longest time because I just like well I just love making food on a plate, like, and making it
Yeah.
look gorgeous, and like because I always feel like the same with drag. I feel like you kind of like you have to eat with your eyes, you know. It's like so that's so when I it's like that's the first thing. If the it's like yeah, I always thought of it as the first five senses when it came to my cooking. It's like it can maybe for me it could probably look like shit, but
Hmm.
it's
It
like
could look like shit, but it could taste good. Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
That's why I got booked all the time. I was not the best at makeup, but I was amazing.
Yeah. Well, we go into when drag first entered your life.
hmm
Was it a slow burn discovery, or did you throw in a wig and said, "Yeah, that's Keri now"?
Oh, okay. So I don't talk about this actually too much about how I kind of started drag. It's a bit of a dark, so it's a bit sad. It's a bit dark. So,
Oh.
oh, it's like I'm sorry because it was really bad. My very first before I will oh God, it's a very touchy subject. So this is like um so when I was I think I was like 19, 20 years old, I was just about to turn 20. Um my friend's partner at the time, um sorry, whew, they um took advantage of me and assaulted me sexually. So sorry to get a
I'm
little dark.
sorry. I'm sorry about that. That's I kind of can relate to that experience because of what my past trauma went through as well.
It's hard, and I was very close to taking my own life.
Yeah.
I was, mm, whew, I was like, I felt very gross and disgusting because but literally around, I think actually today was like the first time, like May 17th was the first day that my my best friend, shout out to Lindsay, you did that. She put me in makeup just to cheer me up. And I went to karaoke at the local gay bar, which was called Waterworks.
Mhm.
Um, I looked like a sexy librarian. Let me just I don't care what it says. My roommate let me borrow his Jesus wig. It's like from Halloween, from the previous year. So I put it on. And I don't know what it was. So I just remember getting my name called up. It wasn't karaoke. It was at the time her name was Jazz Man.
Mhm.
We don't talk about her no more, but we it's like,
Mhm.
but and I signed up to do Aretha Franklin's "You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman."
Yeah.
Um, and I was singing it, and I never got an applause like the way that like I've been always a great singer, but there was just something about like a raw power from singing and drag the way I was singing. So and I never gotten that loud of an applausal from singing that song or like well singing period. And then they were like, "Whoa!" And so that's when I was like, "This could be something." And kind of followed me for and it followed. I did it, and then it followed me, and then here I am 9 years later.
Well, who was the first drag queen you ever saw that made you go, you wanted to do that?
So actually, um, it was Schenectady Pride 2015. It's like I just aged myself.
Mhm.
I didn't know what was going on, but like people were telling me, "Oh, it's a pride, it's an LGBT event." I was like, "What's that?" And I was like, because I was very unfamiliar with what pride was.
Mhm.
Little did I know that uh the like did I like I didn't even know there was going to be performers, you know, and everybody was, and I got in the front row and everybody was like, get the fuck out of the way. I'm like, I want to see who's performing. And I didn't know who it was, to be honest with you. And then my friends told me, it's like, that's somebody famous from Drag Race. I was like, who is she? And they told me her name, and then I found, and then 9 years later, we actually got a photo again together. The first ever drag performer I ever saw was Latrice Royale.
I love Latrice.
I love Latrice, and the fact that was my very first performance experiencing with drag, and I had little to no knowledge of who she was, and the fact what gagged me was that after 9 years, she actually recognized me.
Oh.
So that was
One day, if we're gonna manifest it now, one day you guys are actually gonna perform together. And one day.
that's the that would be a dream. I
Yes.
We love Latrice in this household.
So, do you remember we talked about your first time performing, but what's been the biggest lesson you've learned through drag that changed you outside of it?
Hmm. Outside of, I would probably say there was two big lessons. I would say, I think the first one, I think the big, but I think this is probably the main one for me, is that even though we do drag, not everybody is going to be your friend when it
Yeah.
comes to drag. Um, and that was like the hardest realization for me, because for me, I always want to be friends with everybody. I want to be like I want, but it was hard for me because I didn't realize how clicky it was too.
I
Which,
know about that feeling.
like and I was like, I want to be friends with this person, and then they find, and I was like, oh my god, how are you? And they find, and they said like, oh, we don't like them, and they're like, oh, we don't like them. I'm just like, oh, but I want, but you, but I want you guys to be my friends. It's like, and some were like, you have to choose one or the other. I'm just like, but that's not fair,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
I think that's the big, that was such a big thing for me, and I just want to be friends with everybody. That's just how I am. So,
Yeah.
like, um, um, and that was probably one of the biggest lessons I had to learn. Um, this is the second lesson. I'm gonna be honest with you, is a little shady. It's a
Mhm.
very shady. Not everyone's a star.
Yes.
I don't want to be, and
No, well, we know that. That's why that's why I think I keep saying I love you, gay people. I love you, LGBT people, but y'all can't all do drag.
correct. It's like,
Because
it's
you keep saying so many pop up, and I'm like,
it's just like, like not everybody can go on to Drag Race and kill it the way that they do, like, and that's okay. It's like, like I feel like everybody, there's something for everybody, you know what I'm saying?
mhm,
But not like, there's sometimes like where you're, it's like, I love that you do drag, but it's not always, you don't have to feel obligated to do it because you're part of the LGBTQIA plus community.
yeah,
So that's my biggest thing. Like, it's like, there's people and it's, again, not to be shady whatsoever. It's just like, not, but I dare I say, stand by that. Like, not everyone is a star, and it's like, and they don't need to be a star. And like with, like, I think with the when it comes to drag, like, I want like, and I still stand by it. Like, there's there are some people in this world that are meant to do, that are meant that can be local legends, like, and and there's a lot of local legends for drag, like, in our community. Like, I have a lot of, but they, some are meant to be stars, some are meant to be legends in the
yes.
community.
Well, if you could go back and whisper something into baby Keri's ear right before she stepped onto her first pair of heels, what would you say?
Here, now, Miss Thing, you are not gonna. You are probably first off. I need you to know that you need to use all your strengths. I know
Mm.
you want your out of drag self to have one thing being a singer, but you have a strength being an amazing, but you have a strength. So I need you to know that first and foremost that you have a voice that inspire not just everybody around you, but you inspire those who have been lost, damned, and forgotten. That we've that you've been the amount of strength that you have put to this into drag.
Yeah.
You should be so proud of yourself on how much you've accomplished, that you are going to accomplish. There are going to be lots of tight turns. There are going to be some turns. There are going to be some flips. There are going to be some cliffhangers that you are maybe not ready for all the time. But just know that you're going to lead. You're going to do amazing things and inspire so many amazing people, and you're going to meet so many amazing people. With that said, Keri, you bet. With that said, Keri, just remember the. It's like, with that said, Keri, I just want to also say, take a fucking dance class. uh, just and remember these words: singing to the high key, down to the low key. Your name is Miss Karaoke, and a bitch stays on key.
Period. Now, also have one last question before we take our next 5 minute break, and that's what legacy do you want the name karaoke to leave behind, not just in drag, but in the world?
I want people to remember Keri as a person who can not just as an amazing singer or like a um I want her to remember them to remember that it's like that inside and outside of drag, it's like Keri is 100% has always been 100% themselves. They've been, they have not, they're a survivor. They've never given up. They've been, they have inspired so many people in the community. I am, I want Keri, and my out of drag self to be remembered as somebody who, who was, I just want them to remember that as somebody always was who was always there for everybody as in may it be in drag for amazing performances or outside of drag for like you just needed just a helping hand.
Now, dolls, it's time to dim the lights, cue the spotlight, and let the music swell because this next part of our interview, before we do this game, I want to know about karaoke and her singing career. Yes, baby, that voice could crack glass, raise the dead, and leave an entire room breathless.
Who, me?
Yes.
uh,
Karaoke isn't just a drag queen, she's a vocal enchantress, a mic wielding mistress, a live singing legend who doesn't just lip sync for her life, she sings from her soul. From sultry ballads to powerhouse anthems, her voice is her weapons, her wand, her sorcery. I messed up that word, but
that's
that's
okay.
grammar. That's grammar right there. So let's get into it, Keri. It's time to open the curtain on the one woman symphony that is your singing career. When
Who?
when did you first discover that you had the voice? Was there a moment you realized, oh, this isn't just karaoke, this is my superpower?
Yeah, honestly, okay, so I was I always loved to sing when when I was younger. Off key, very off key. I um and I actually started just singing just because I just like because like there's something that just made me wanted to sing all the time. I'd actually and I think I just started noticing that when I got older, like I think it was 14, 13, 14, when I started to do more like my first ever singing competition. And ever since when I was like, this is like I need to start singing forever. I notice I love to sing like even I love to always sing even if it was off key it's like my I mean to be fair like I had parents who just listen I had parents who listened to like all types of music so but mainly like we were like rockers she my mom would be my dad was like Creed AC/DC kind of music while
Mhm.
my mom got me into the 80s listening to La Bouche and I believe it was the McCoys, I believe is there. I can't remember if you and then to like look to like this like hop on a train and ride it song. I was like those were like my songs when I was growing up and everybody was like what are you listening to? I'm just like these are my jams. It's like what, and it was even when I was like super young, when I was like 4 or 5 years old. While everybody was singing A B C D E F G, I was singing like Who Let the Dogs Out. Like not to throw it back to the, I was like I haven't the.
Well, mentioning that, what was the first ever live vocal export experience? Like mic in hand, full room watching. Do you remember what you sang and how it felt?
Yeah, I was at a county fair singing competition and I always wanted to and you know my dad was proud of me. My dad, my mom were really proud of me because I was like I'm stepping out of my box when it comes to because I was kind of shy at first when it but I was super shy when it comes to singing. I would only sing in the shower. Um,
Mhm.
and then I did one of my I did the singing competition. I was like 13, wearing like and I was singing Superstition by Stevie Wonder. One of my favorite artists in the world. And then I went back the following year and I did Living for the City by Stevie Wonder as well. I just always had a bond when it came to like older music. And it was always like Motown, like 1970s, 1960s music.
Mhm.
Those were like the music that I just fell in love with. Like to this day I still sing it at karaoke, like with a few friends. Like we will pop on the mic, we'll sing Gladys Knight and the Pips, you know, the Temptations, Diana Ross, you know, you name it, we probably sing it.
Well, when you're building a set list, what makes a song karaoke worthy? Is it about the vocal challenge, emotional impact, or just pure diva fantasy?
Honestly, it's probably like a little bit of everything there. It's like on a my list has definitely changed throughout the years. Um, I always love to do the big diva songs because of how challenging they were. And I always loved the challenge. So, but that's being said, I've learned to like do more songs that have a little more like where I could just put my own little flair on it.
Hmm.
Um, I'm not like I'm not been a, I've learned to try some songs that are a little more recent. I think most recent songs I do now are maybe 10 years old. It's like compared to like and everybody says like why don't you do like and like Hot to Go by Chapel Roan. I'm like and I'm just like no. No shade to anybody who likes Chapel Roan. I am just not that's just not my gig.
I just feel like honestly with Chapel. the gays like love her and went so much for her that it's been so overplayed.
Read.
Like I used to love Chapel Roan, and then ever since they keep playing it in the clubs, I'm just like, and performers perform it, I'm just like,
I have only one song I sing by Chapel, and it's My Kink is Karma, and that is literally and the only reason I like that song is because Kelly Clarkson sang it on her show. So I was like, um, and that's the only reason why I probably like it now. But now I just sing like I'll sing like Jealous by Nick Jonas and Hold Back the River by James Bay. Those songs from like the 2000s, 2010s. I even sing One Republic a few times, but I'm very biased to the song to my older songs where I can just kind of I like just put like my little like trills and runs be like going like hey
mm,
just doing like even if it's like Billy Joel, like I just like to add my own little spin. And sometimes and everybody's like, you just put your own spin on a Whitney Houston song. I'm like, I know.
mm,
But like I just like but that's what it is. I was like I like to make it my own little spin on it, and that's probably because I watched enough American Idol, but that's another story. But I don't know. I just like when I hear it, I just want to make sure it's like it doesn't sound like the song or the singer. It sounds like karaoke.
yes. Well, have this is a question I always wanted to ask you about. Ask about the album, ask about the drag with it. But have you ever done vocal training, or were you self-taught yourself?
I've never been vocal trained actually. I The most training I was like, well, let me like okay, so it's a bit of like it's kind of like a blurred line right there to be honest with you because
Mhm.
I've done choir, but I only did it for 1 year. And while I was doing choir, I did the most vocal training that I got was just like doing my warm-ups. That's as most training I ever gotten.
Mhm.
And that was because I was singing as a baritone. And now I sing more like I would say like a mezzo alto.
Oh,
Um
so she went out, she went up there.
yeah, I would like people were they were like whoa. It's like I've been because I think I was like fairly low when it came to like singing very low. But I always wanted to but they never really want I never really wanted to stay in that lane.
Yeah.
It's like I always wanted to just I didn't want to do I wanted to sing from I didn't want to be like repressed on what I sang. It's like I didn't want to I wanted to sound raw, I guess you could say.
So now I'm going to change up and do a little twist and turn here. My spooky fans, it's time for a game. You ready? You ready, Carrie, for this next game?
I think I'm ready.
This game is called Karaoke Shade Hour. Say it with your chest.
Okay, I better put my glasses on for this. Okay.
So the rules are devilishly simple. I'm gonna say a name, someone you know, someone you've worked with, maybe someone who owes you a drink. And you, Miss Karaoke, get to say the first read that comes to mind. No hesitations, no censorship, no backpedaling. This is not the time for I love her, but this is the time for the truth, tea, and a microphone with no money. And remember, the library's not just open, it's burning at the seams, and Carrie is the arsonist.
I, all right, do this.
You ready?
I
Enigma.
Oh Jesus, the 1,460th Lady Gaga impersonator of the United States. I love. Oh, are you kidding? But I know. Oh my gosh.
Okay, let me put a disclaimer.
Yes.
Drag artists, if Carrie is reading to you, this is all out of love.
It's like I love Enigma though, but it's like I never would read a bitch. Like my
What
I was gonna get revoked.
I was about to say, one of the people that we know that's performed in Nightmare Mayhem before, KL Chaos.
Miss KL Chaos. It's like, why couldn't we leave the scene back in the 2000s?
Let's see. So, well, you have this one right here, Samara Hex Di'Angelo.
Who?
Come on, I know you can do a better read than that for me.
Oh,
Hey, I'm not gonna revoke Nightmare Mayhem from you or viewing parties. Okay, I love you.
I love you. That was a low blow even for me. Oh God. Oh Jesus.
Is that the best one you can come up with?
Um honestly, um fuck. I'm really honestly I don't have anything because I honestly I'm gonna be I love you so much and I'm just like
You want me to skip it then?
I'm sorry. I think that's all. Sorry.
Okay, Kevi Kev.
Oh, Kev. She says that she's your mom, but she looks like your dad.
Nexus Harmony.
Nexus Harmony. Oh, Miss Nexus. Oh, Nexus. Honestly, Nexus. It's like
Mhm.
Nexus.
Well, now we know Keri would not do that mini challenge very well in Drag Race.
I would try. This I love. It's like the fact that it's, it's like it's like after seeing your performance in the semifinals, I can now see why that they're finally getting rid of PBS.
Twink LaBelle.
Okay, so this ain't even a read. Honestly, I dead ass thought her name was Twinkerbell when I first met her. I
Mhm.
uh,
TJ Barr.
TJ Barr. TJ, I got nothing for you. Just fuck me. That is
Hunky.
the closest I'll get to Brandon Urie. Let me tell you.
mean, I mean,
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like,
Hunky Dory.
oh my fucking god, that's that loony bin woman. Ugh,
Mm.
Miss Hunky Elizabeth Joanne Smith Dory. I swear. It's like honestly, just looking at her head reminds me to go polish my dildo at home.
Melanie Blue.
Oh, girl. I love Melanie, but it's like I love Melanie, but see, it's like, but I see, but I wonder where her hair went, but it clearly receded down to her face.
Okay, the last one, Mold Divine.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. I love that you saved her for last. That's my sister. Say Mole Divine. Let me tell you, Mole has Jesus, I let me see if I can remember this. Mole Divine has it's like Mole Divine has Jesus. Oh man, why am I blanking today? I've never liked this. Like it's like Molly Divine's asshole has been fucked more time. Oh God, I can't remember. Oh my God. Okay. I am so sorry. It's like I'm blanking so hard today.
No, you're good.
Like, okay, so Molly Divine and my good sister, I'm gonna add a queen. I'm gonna add a queen. Her name's Avalon Eves. That's my sister. The
Mhm.
sisters. It makes sense why those two girls are friends. to be honest with you, because Avalon is into pups and Mole out of drag looks like a bulldog.
The library has been closed. With
So
that,
saving that one for a minute. I couldn't remember the other one. I was like, fuck, I know it's in the back of my head.
now, Keri, before I let you vanish back into the night in a cloud of glitter and high notes, I need to know, what are you most proud of from your entire drag career?
You know, I think, I mean, honestly, I have so much that I could say that that I accomplished. You know, obviously, I could say with the U.S. of A. newcomer, winning winning the Fabulous Entertainer title. I would have to, but I think biggest accomplishment would have to be is that I think honestly of on how much I've gotten to travel with drag, and on how many of charity events I've been able to be a part of to raise money, because that's my biggest goal with when it comes to drag is like I love to just like I just love to help with everything. And I think also that I got to produce my one of the biggest things is that I got to make my own production company. I co-produce it with my best friend. Her name is Elvira, or LV for short. Like, but we co-produce it to we it's going to be 1 year in July, that we've been co-producing it together. Not just producing shows, but also sponsoring and promoting other events
Yeah.
that part of the LGBT scene. Um, that's probably some of the biggest accomplishments I would have to say that I've done with that, with drag. The that is probably one of the high ones up there, but honestly, also traveling so much. I didn't think I would be traveling so much when it comes to drag. I've actually last year I got to the opportunity to travel and to New York City and perform with Novazar. So that's probably
Whoa.
so for me.
I love Nova so much.
She is she is such an amazing sweetheart, and hearing her live sing, I was blown away. So to this day, I'm like to this day, I'm so honored that I got to produce shows, and I got to book Novazar, and then Novazar um reached out and returned a favor to me and had me perform in New York City with her. So to this day, that makes my heart flutter so much.
Well, baby, you've done drag so beautifully. You poured your heart, your talent, and your whole vocal cords into this art, and the world sees it. You are incredible. You are amazing. And I'm so glad to call you a friend and a true star. Thank you, Keri, truly.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for everything.
Yes, I love you.
Love you too.
Now I need you to plug your fantasy and what's your social media? Where can my spooky fans follow you? If they haven't already from Nightmare Mayhem.
Y'all, y'all can follow me at Miss Karaoke on Instagram. It's like where I'm always posting about a new show that I'm in. You can also, and then if you get an opportunity, I actually recently made new Miss Karaoke merch, if inspired by my yellow outfit. So I have t-shirts. If y'all need a sticker, I got a new one coming in soon. So I got y'all. So we would love I would love to see you. And truth and honestly, to anybody that's seeing this, please book me. Like it doesn't I do not care where it is. Just reach out to me at Miss Karaoke through Instagram, and I would love to be part of your show in the near future.
And guys, by this time this interview comes out, you can always catch our viewing party, which we had should be by this time. Yeah. You can catch that viewing party on our YouTube channel as well as always catch Keri on a Nightmare Mayhem show. She's always here, always once a month, whenever she's available.
And I'll do it again.
Yes. And that, my spooky fans, was another unholy encounter with a queen who sings like a siren and reads like a seasoned witch. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Don't forget to like if you're God, comment your favorite karaoke moment, and subscribe if you want more interviews from Unholy Encounters. Until then, stay spooky.
Bye, y'all.